Hi, I'm Brian. Welcome to Boss City, where we take nostalgic looks at classic TV and music. Today we are featuring The Twilight Zone. Created by Rod Serling, The Twilight Zone is an anthology series that demonstrated that television could be original, imaginative, insightful, illuminating, and entertaining all at the same time. As executive producer, primary writer, and host, Serling and his stellar team of writers used science fiction, fantasy, horror, suspense, and black comedy to spin tales that addressed issues concerning the human condition that other shows had to avoid. Noted writers like Richard Matheson, Charles Beaumont, George Clayton Johnson, Earl Hamner Jr., and others penned classic episodes that considered hatred, racism, aging, death, war, authoritarianism, the impact of technology, and so much more. As an anthology with lofty goals, not every episode was classic. However, it was surprisingly consistent. Like a lot of shows on my list, The Twilight Zone was not a huge rating success in its original network run. In fact, after season 3, it was not renewed for a 4th season. But after its replacement struggled, CBS ordered more episodes of The Twilight Zone as a mid-season replacement. But since the show it was replacing was an hour long, CBS wanted hour-long Twilight Zone episodes. A fact that which displeased Serling, who correctly believed that the 30-minute format served the stories better. CBS also interfered with the show in season 2 when, to save money, forced a displeased Serling to produce 6 episodes using multiple cameras on videotape. After the show ended, none of the reboots were able to capture all the elements that made the original so great. There was a theatrical release in 1983 that included adaptations of 3 classic episodes. The short-lived TV reboots occurred in 1985, 2002, and 2019. And as good as some of these episodes might have been, they paled in comparison. Part of the unique appeal of the original show was that it is in black and white. And the financial constraints and limits in the special effects technology led to more creative solutions to tell the stories. Being a product of its time helps it seem timeless. 2 of the episodes made TV Guide's 100 Greatest TV Episodes of All Time. They were To Serve Man and A Good Life. Even though I'd seen and enjoyed a few episodes as a teen when the show aired at midnight nightly on KTLA, I didn't become a Twilight Zone devotee until about 17 or 18 years ago. That was when my son was gifted a best of DVD. Watching those episodes together, we were captivated by the storytelling, and my son fell in love with the show. After renting a few additional discs from Netflix, he purchased a complete series set on DVD from Barnes & Noble. We dove in and had a blast. My favorite episodes include The Shelter, which examines what happens when a civil defense alarm sounds and only one house in the neighborhood has a fallout shelter. I think this episode contains great insight into human nature in the time of crisis. A Stop at Willoughby is also a favorite, where a stressed out, overworked ad executive suffers a breakdown at work and then is emotionally abandoned by his wife. He yearns for an idyllic, peaceful town that he's been dreaming about. Only in The Twilight Zone could he find his way there. This episode makes me yearn for a place where concerns of the world are out of reach. At the top of my list is Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, starring a perfectly cast William Shatner. The Richard Matheson script finds Shatner's character and his wife on a flight. Shatner, who had recently been treated for a nervous breakdown, sees a destructive gremlin on the wing of the plane. Everyone believes he's simply experiencing more mental issues and disregard his warnings. This episode makes me think of the old adage, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean someone isn't following you. This episode was remade twice, first with John Lithgow in the 1983 theatrical film, and then again with Adam Scott in the 2019 reboot. But I could go on and on about my favorites. But what about you? What's your favorite episode? Please list them in the comments. And if you could be so kind, please like and subscribe. I would be very appreciative. This has been Boss City Brian wishing you many blessings. And until next time, I'll be traveling through another dimension. Bye for now.